Hello, welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me today. Please stay with me until the end so you can hear the sources of this news and verify it for yourself. Now, let's get into what's making headlines today, and it's all about Patriotic Alliance leader and Minister of Sports, Arts, and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, who has made it very clear that he is not going anywhere. McKenzie has been under growing pressure from critics and political opponents, some calling for his resignation over recent decisions and statements that have stirred public debate. But instead of backing down, McKenzie has come out strongly, saying, "I will not resign, I have work to do for South Africa." His words have sparked conversations across the country, from the streets of Johannesburg to small towns where people are watching closely to see if he can deliver on his promises. For McKenzie, this is more than just holding on to a position. He says it's about completing the mandate he believes South Africans entrusted him with. In his own words, the focus is on bringing real change to communities, especially those that have been left behind for far too long. He has been vocal about issues like job creation in the arts, the need for more funding for sports development in rural areas, and the fight against corruption in cultural programs. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Opposition parties have accused him of being more interested in political grandstanding than in delivering real results. Some community activists say that while his words sound good, they're still waiting to see concrete action that makes a difference on the ground. And this is where the tension lies, between those who believe in his vision and those who feel he hasn't done enough fast enough. McKenzie has faced political storms before, and he seems to thrive in these high-pressure situations. His supporters point out that he is one of the few ministers who regularly visits communities, speaks directly to people, and listens to their concerns. They believe his no-nonsense approach and his promise to shake up the status quo are exactly what the country needs right now. This debate comes at a time when South Africans are increasingly frustrated with politicians who seem disconnected from everyday struggles. The cost of living is climbing, unemployment remains a huge challenge, and service delivery failures keep making headlines. In this environment, any politician who shows a willingness to be visible and outspoken tends to get attention, and McKenzie knows how to capture it. But staying in office will not be without its challenges. His critics are relentless, and they are likely to use every opportunity to push for accountability. This means that in the months ahead, he will have to show measurable progress in his department's work. People want to see more funding reaching grassroots sports teams, better support for local artists, and meaningful cultural projects that uplift communities rather than just ticking boxes. It's worth noting that McKenzie's leadership style is unconventional. He doesn't shy away from controversy and often speaks in plain, direct language rather than polished political statements. Some see this as refreshing, while others view it as risky, especially in a political climate where every word is scrutinized. But for his supporters, that unfiltered approach is exactly what makes him stand out. As the conversation continues, one thing is clear: McKenzie is digging in his heels. Whether you see him as a determined public servant or a stubborn politician unwilling to bow to pressure, he's made it plain that he intends to finish what he started. The real question is whether the work he does in the coming months will be enough to shift the narrative in his favor. South Africans are watching closely. For many, this is not just about one man keeping his job, it's about whether politicians can truly stick to their commitments in the face of criticism. And in a country where trust in leadership has been badly shaken, moments like this become a test not just of one individual's resolve, but of the public's patience and hope for change. McKenzie himself says he's here to serve, and only time will tell if that service will leave a lasting mark. For now, the spotlight remains firmly on him, and the pressure is as intense as ever. But as we all know, politics in South Africa is never short of surprises. All images used are for illustration purposes only. Do you think McKenzie can truly deliver on his promises, or will the pressure eventually push him out?